Yo guys, taking a quick break from the brake lines for a minute. Actually, it's a few days later, maybe a couple weeks later, I'm not actually sure. But a couple updates, couple things to show you guys, a couple new developments. For one, got new wheels for the car. So I picked these wheels up for 60 bucks. They have really good tires. I think they're snow tires. I think they're at least kind of snow tires. At least they're probably all seasons. They're 16s. They look pretty decent. I just wanted some wheels with some decent tires. I got 5 of them. Actually, I mentioned that I got 5 for 60 bucks. So that's why I picked these up. But a bit of good news, new development. The window is not in yet. Actually, I cut it out of the old door. The old door it's sitting over there, but I still gotta put this in. So that's coming up soon. I got some DAP. We're gonna put some DAP on the seal, and that's gonna seal in there. We're gonna tape it down, get it nice and even, and then we're going to do everything else to put this back in, put the door back together, and then finish this up. The other things though, the wiring that I got for this side is the wrong wiring, so I have to go back to the junkyard and get different wiring because the wires don't match up. So that whole thing is just screwed. Alright guys, this is actually really easy. Window's in. I just placed it in, put some C-clamps around it. Now I gotta let this sit. I'm gonna be gone all week back at school, so this is gonna sit all week to dry. And then I can finally start reassembling the door back together. So this is where I'm gonna stop for today probably. I am thinking I might get in here and open up that back seat, look underneath that, just check it out, see what's under there. Kind of curious, you know. But so I was starting to pull this back seat out. Gave me a little bit of trouble, but I finally got it. It's loose now. I haven't opened it yet. And you know, I started to smell a few things, and gave me the thought, you know what? I should film my reaction to this back seat when I opened it. I feel like that's something you guys might want to see, because I feel like it might be extreme. And I'm actually, like, I'm put on a mask right here real quick. I probably should have been wearing this the whole time, but just to, you know, just in case, you know, don't want nothing growing inside my body. All right, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this seat belt. Oh, it's so crusty on the back. All right, here we go. Oh, this is disgusting. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna put this back down again. Ooh. Well, let's get a look at behind on the axles. This is what we're dealing with. Behind the seat. Lots of dirt and some glass. Alright, I'm gonna have my work cut out for me on this one. I'm like starting to get a headache. Alright, I'm gonna shut this door. Alright, wheels are off. You guys can see the lovely wood suspension. I love how they even had the decency to paint this black too. They even got some spray paint out and gave it a little spritz. I just love that. So that's how big this was, and that fit in there pretty easily. That's how big our spring is, so it's like 2 times bigger. So you can see why I've been dreading doing this. Yo guys, it's been a minute since I made an update on this car. Basically, there's been a lot of developments. I've done a lot of things, but a lot of things happening in my life where I just didn't really want to film as much. I was still want to film, but just not as much. So I felt like I was filming too much, and there was so much process, and it was just like, okay, I gotta just knock some things off the list. I can't keep making part after part, and you know, never finish the freaking build. So I decided I was just gonna take some big steps and get some things done. So some things were done in the rear here that, I mean, we're gonna get to that later on, but really I focused on the front, on the engine, and getting those broken bolts out of the engine mount. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you guys that now. So pretty much the top bolts, this one up here and the one across from it, had bolts broken off, stuck inside them. So I had to manage to get those out. The one I was able to use an extractor and then got some pliers and twisted it out. The other one I had to use a welder. I was trying to weld a screw onto it. I ended up just making this little weld booger, and I was able to grab the booger and twist it, and I was able to get that one out also. So now the engine mount arm is ready to go back in with brand new engine mounts also. I got a lot of brand new parts. We're just gonna get to the brand new parts as we install the brand new parts, but I'll go over all that stuff later. But this has been slowing me down for actually weeks now. This car's been jacked up for weeks. It's also 2021 at this point when I'm filming this. Everything that you've seen before was all 2020, and so this thing is, you know, going into 2021 strong. Also, you may notice my oil pan is leaking like crazy, so this thing needs an oil pan gasket, like absolutely. But tonight I'm gonna reassemble this engine mount and the engine mount arm, change the other engine mount on the other side, get all the bolts in there. I have 2 extra bolts that I got from a E46 that fit just fine. And I'll just cue you guys in as I continue to keep on doing stuff, but we're finishing this up. There's not going to be too many more E39 restoration videos. I'm trying to get this situated. Yo guys, this is the next day from when you last saw me. So I bolted in the motor mounts, and my buddy Mike is here helping me do the valve cover gasket right now. Well guys, we got the valve cover off. Here it is right here. And it's, that's really caked up. This. I'm gonna have to degunk the whole head here. Wow. Basically, this thing is pretty screwed up.
Oh, really?
It's savable.
It looks screwed up. Like, that looks like
this
a
is
fossilization.
not
like,
right.
What happened?
Someone not changing their oil and it getting overheated.
So just like over a long period
There's
of
gunk
time.
all up in the engine. And also here I find broken plastic.
Oh, that's encouraging.
Possibly a previous valve cover.
Oh,
Someone
so you
left.
think someone changed the valve cover and left
There's
one?
some left over here too.
Oh. Huh.
When you have a junk car that was $800
Yeah, don't
and
try
you
and
don't
drive
know, don't drive it an hour home. Don't do it. You're not gonna make it. You're gonna make it about 20 minutes. That's about it. With the amount of money that I spent getting it home, it would have only cost $50 to $100 more to get it towed home. Like, literally. Yo guys, back again. Been a minute. I think I don't know when I last. It was like a few days ago I last filmed something. But I got a heater in here now. That thing is nice. But rear subframe is about to come out. I disassembled the parking brakes. I gotta replace these. The exhaust is lowered. Everything is disconnected that needs to be disconnected. Alright, I want to keep working. Hopefully get some stuff done today. And I'll let you guys know when I end up. And what I'm doing right now is removing the rear strut. I managed to get this out right here. I mean, it really sucked. Like this part was stuck in there. And so there's a nut on the other side underneath this. And I got the bolts from the top on the inside. Kind of sucked. I took the battery out and I closed my trunk, so now I can't open the damn trunk. But thankfully, it's actually easier to access. So I got these panels off, and I found a bunch of rust right here. The struts on this car are bolted onto the subframe, not onto the body. Normally this would be over here, you know, like in a regular car, but because it's a wagon, there's not a big wheel well right here, because normally you'd have your cut off here and then your trunk, and then you'd have this big wheel well that kind of goes into the trunk area, and your strut can go up high, but you know, this doesn't have that. So you have more space, more cargo area. Otherwise there would be a big wheel well right here, and a big thing that would take away a bunch of your space. So I guess this is BMW's way of looking out for you for those extra, I don't know, 1 cubic foot, maybe, probably a little bit more than that. So I have some of my control arms right here, some other ones right here. These are the old motor mounts, by the way. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys these. They're disgusting. And then up here, what I'm gonna do for this sludge. Now this is like the Vanos. So I'm pretty sure like the Vanos is like messed up or something. So I'm probably gonna do a Vanos rebuild on it or something like that sometime soon. Because I doubt, like, looking at that, I'm like, there's no way, like, the Vanos is okay. Like, there's just no way. I don't see it. I expect everything to be wrong with this car. I got new brakes, new rear brakes, rotors, and pads. Brake line is something I'm tackling very soon. You guys saw me struggle with the brake line. It's still not fixed. It's still leaking like crazy. So, yeah, that's one of the things we're gonna get at soon after I get these control arms and like all that stuff kind of squared away. I removed the control arm by taking out the strut. I pulled it back right here so I could get the bolts out over there and got this out. This was being a bitch because this is not coming out right here. This bolt just won't come out. So when I lower it, I'm gonna lower it down so I can get a hammer on that and I can hammer that free and get this control arm out too. And then the springs are going in. Yo guys, different day, but same story. So I removed all the control arms. The subframe is lowered right now. You guys can see up in there. You can see the stupid little air tanks that this line right here. I need a new one of these, but you can't buy that line. You have to replace the whole John, and in order to make the factory air suspension work, which I'm not trying to do. So I want to get these springs in there. This is proving to be a problem. So I'm trying to do this without compressors. And now realizing how stupid that idea was. Because the subframe is this low already, out of the bolts, mind you. And I can't get the spring up in there. Yeah, just get this valve cover off. Here. There we go. Okay. So that's my Vanos. Pretty horrid.